Silverstring Media presents. Glitchhikers. Willkommen zu einem neuen Willkommen, hier ist Alexa letztlich und kommt zu einer Erzählung von Glitchhikers. Ein neuer Tag, ein neues Let's Play. Und wir spielen diesmal Glitchhikers, das ist von Silverstring Media. Kam am Mai 2014 raus. Und das Spiel wurde mit Unity gemacht. Mit der Maus können wir dann den Dialog überspringen und den aussuchen. Das ist gerade total dunkel. Und mit den beiden, mit Q und E, können wir dann uns umsehen.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Almost 100 years before Columbus ever sailed to the Americas, a Chinese explorer named Zhang He made 7 naval expeditions, traveling thousands of miles with over 300 ships. When the next emperor came to power, all the ships were destroyed, and the Ming Dynasty entered a period of isolationism that lasted hundreds of years. With that one decision, the fate of the world changed. Let's go on a journey together, with our next song, Find Me on a Whim.
Wir können irgendwie nur bis 120 km/h fahren. Dann können wir halt diese sogenannten Glitchhikers dann per Anhalter abholen. Da ist auch schon einer. Oh Gott, kommen die her. Thanks for the pickup. I was beginning to think I would be hoarse before I got a lift. Something rotty. I never do this before. Wir sagen jetzt mal, dass wir das noch nie gemacht haben. There's a first time for everything. Don't be nervous. Mein Gott, die hat einen Joint. Die auch einen Joint? Just to the next rest stop would be great. A good drive can fix a lot. Mind if I smoke? Die Grafik, die ist eigentlich sehr einfach gehalten. Driving is fun, fahren macht Spaß. Good old BC bot, I guess happily third space a deadly spence. In a tiny metal shell could be fun for some people. Give you something about it? They say the journey's more upon than you know. Others thing. Why are you driving? Because I like it, weil ich es mag. Well, that's fair, I suppose. Joy is a worldly pursuit. It's that tough? When I was a kid we had a cabin out one of the islands. At night you could see thousands of stars. It was so bright, you didn't need a flashlight. I gave them all names. Etiquette and Caesar, Garuda and so. Fahren jetzt durch den Tunnel. They fuck each other in wars of my making. Aliens formed and re-broken. Explosions burst across the sky. I was a good offset. Stars are the light in the darkness. Sterne sind das Licht in der Dunkelheit. Maybe. The darkness is an illusion. Vielleicht ist die Dunkelheit ja eine Illusion. My parents pretty much ignored me. Father was too drunk, mother too busy. Yet I got still remember those days fondly. Things that say something about me. Yeah, it probably does. One day, a man came to Grazy's spot where I played. He said he was from the stars, and he pled for my mercy. I told him it was all make-believe. He just shook his head. Children are cruel. Kinder können so grausam sein. And yet, they're really called innocents. Can you be guilt and innocent at the same time? Too bad I was never really a kid. Thanks for the lift.
Well, that was a little different. Ever wonder why the night sky is black, even though there is nowhere you could look that doesn't eventually have a star? Shouldn't it be white? And scientists say the average color of the universe is beige. There are stars above you even in the day, and they are watching. Gravity Well, up next. Keep your eye on the road and have a lovely drive.
Ja, die Musik trägt auch sehr zur Stimmung bei, würde ich mal sagen. Hier ist nichts. Da ist auch nichts. Es ist ganz schön dunkel. Was ist denn das für einer? Just to the nearest hospital, the baby just about ready to pop out. Thanks for the pickup. Not many of your special Sam will be take me. Wer ist der Vater? Wer ist der Vater? Father? Oh, it doesn't really work like that, sweetie. It doesn't even really work that way for its own species, for that matter. I am from a little planet in the Telegram galaxy. Our star got too close to another system and almost collided with a blue giant. There was a war, and I made the planet totally unbelievable. Of course, so left. What was your planet like? Was mögst du an deinem Planeten? They say it was once beautiful, a night sky full of moons, billions seen everywhere. I only know it was getting ripped apart. My journey here was long but wonderful. There are so many worlds in the galaxy, much life. A little planet of tiny rollers and bare-based isolation of artists and dreamers who believe we are just living someone else's story. Tribes of nomadic people who live amongst the stars. You know, all the elements that from life were created in the heart of a star that exploded, spreading the elements toward the galaxy. You and me were made of stars. We are one with the universe. Wir sind eins mit dem Universum. We are all of us, children of the stars. Wir alle von uns sind Kinder der Sterne. In many myths in this world, the sun is a deathly power. Light, fire, strange, so many myths must be reborn every year. Whereas the earth goddess represent life, but fairly. But really, there would be not life without the sun, no earth without the sun. We are all born from stars like the sun. Shouldn't the sun god be the creator of life? It's just a metaphor. Es ist eine Metapher. Of course, there are all of its human students of physics who say everything can be saying something else. My sister lost a baby. For years she couldn't talk about it. Then one day she said to me just well, this universe doesn't care about life. It wait for the next one. I can wait. The house will just appear. Ich kann nicht mehr warten. Das Krankenhaus ist hier.
She drowned in that pond. She just walked right in like she thought she could breathe it.
Sonder, you know what is that? is the sudden realization that every other person, all the people around you, driving these cars, are fully sentient with their own stories and goals and loves and toughs. Just think about it for a second. Denk mal darüber nach für eine Sekunde.
And the circle of life continues. We don't always have control over our lives, over what happens to us, but we do control how we react. Accept, grow, live, love, hide, fade, wither, wisen, embrace, fight. You are all alone out there, but you know, you're never alone. Millions of distinct bacteria share your body. You're never alone. Keep driving, driver. Turtles all the way down is up next.
Sind also niemals allein? The universe is expanding, and that the universe has no edge. What is expanding into? In my 4 years of physics, even I don't really get it. It's a mystery. This is mysterious. There are many ways science can explain it, but we still don't really know. To read, there's so much we still don't understand, and that's the kind of beautiful. See, the thing is, don't really need to get it. There's like 200 billion stars in our galaxy alone. Billion more galaxies out there. Our little sail planet doesn't matter a bit in all, and yet it's still wonderful. Do you think? Stimme zu. Even with sin and infinity of the unknown, we still have love and happiness and live. And all the crazy infinity that is our existence and all the race we still lack. There's this amazing things continued. Carl Sagan once said that since we are part of the universe, continues all of the universe to know itself, that's beautiful. One day in the lab we're doing chemistry experiments, right? Just a simple grade school exercise. Very different substances, see the colors they produce, like fireworks. Magnesium, copper, strontium, lithium, science, the art come together. My lab partner was this girl I didn't know, but she was pretty. Sort of a spunky way. We talked about difference kinds of stars and that the heated universe thoroughly. It was the start of something beautiful.
She drowned in that pond. She just walked right in like she thought she could breathe it.
What was your name? Wie war ihr Name? We ran away the next day, far away, to a little world of awe, flooding in most nebel and white dwarfs, undiscovered planets. Her sense of humor was dry. Something I didn't even know that she was joking. She said the most absurd things, how she wanted to die in the heart of a star. I said she did burn long before she got close. And she looked at me, it was a challenge. We laughed and cried together, helped each other through times, family and friends, our minds. The way she looked at me, a little smile in her eyes. The way she called the riddle of chemical equations the concentration of molecules. She drew them in her sleep and I watched her eyelids slowly gently. The rise and fall chest to tendons in her arms. We watched the fireworks together on New Year's. Reveling off the compass used the balance of feet and lazy then flew into the sky through the lighty smoke. We were together 6 months before it flamed out. The saints were up to keep it up. Thought it was beautiful, I will last. I will always love Thursdays. Love is an amazing thing. It was all about connecting with other people like that. There is clothing itself. I going to see my new girlfriend now, just out of the city. All going to die in a fraternity one day. We are. It's just going to happen. But what a wonderful thing to be part of a meantime. God, I love driving. Don't you love driving? Why do you drive? Welche Smaak? That's cool. Even happiness is such a miracle of consciousness. Maybe it's all we can really hope for.
Look at the night sky. What do you see out there? Emptiness? Chaos? An uncaring void? Or do you see the stars? The art of the nebulae? The romance of distant galaxies? Is God watching you? Is she watching any of us? 7 billion people on this world, and all we have is each other. Our own little infinity. Now count back with me, driver. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. This has been Radio 90.
Na, die Fahrt müsste jetzt wohl vorbei
Travel
sein.
safely. Good night.
Soll eine Stadt darstellen. Hier, nach links fahren. haben wir zum Ausgang. Ist nicht so, dass wir ihn erreicht haben. Created by C. Milnius, Lucas J.W. Johnson, Andrew Grant Wilson, Music by Gavin Willott. Voice of the Radio, Jacob Burst. Und das war's auch schon. Sound design by Power Audio. Voice of the Radio, Jacob Burst. Special thanks to Alpha Lord, Tennyson, Anthony, The Saint, Gary, Brandon, and Skull Singing Chat, Green Ray, Danny Livingood, Emily Yakashiro, Hannah Mary, Jesse Ilkin, Ken Glass, Kyle Yakashiro, Bertie Bell, Matt Marshall, Marlon Felix Kramer, Nerd Type NPR, Breaker Your Countless Night Drives, Please Look Elvio, naja, was soll ich denn zum Spiel sagen? Ich weiß echt nicht, was mir das Spiel sagen will. Die Grafik ist eigentlich ziemlich einfach gehalten, aber es soll halt eine Erfahrung sein. Bruce weiß Roster Meeting. Ja, könnt euch ja das Spiel kostenlos runterladen. Tschüss, sagt euch. Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, dann könnt ihr ja den Daumen vergewaltigen. Tschüss, sagt euch, 98.